Ever finish a packed week of repairs only to wonder where all the money went? Or maybe you've bumped up prices a few times but just still aren't seeing the profit you expected. This is episode 4 in our Auto Repair Financial Mastery series, and today we're diving into the real reasons profits slip through the cracks. We're talking pricing systems specifically, how to use a labor matrix and a parts matrix to stop undercharging and start building real profit. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to price labor and parts the right way, where margins tend to slip, and how to protect your bottom line using systems that actually work. Here's the truth. It doesn't matter how much work you're bringing in if profit margins aren't being achieved. A lot of shops miss their targets, not because sales are low, but because the numbers behind the pricing don't add up. You might have vendor costs creeping up, labor inefficiencies, or inconsistent pricing practices that are cutting into your margins. And when no one's reviewing the numbers closely, even a good month can leave you wondering where the profit went. Most of the profit loss we see, it comes from two areas, labor and parts. And often the issue isn't that you're overpaying, it's that you're underpricing. If your labor rate doesn't account for downtime or your parts markup hasn't been updated in years, you're already behind. And when you're trying to hit a 60-40-20 split, 60% gross profit, 40% operating expenses, 20% net profit, every percent matters. So what's the fix? You use a pricing matrix, a structured way to price based on real data, not gut instinct. Let's start with labor. Your labor rate needs to cover more than just your tech's hourly wage. There's PTO, non-billable time, slow periods. Your tech gets paid regardless. So if they're on the clock for 40 hours but only billing 30, you need to make up for that gap, or you're eating the cost. The reason you use a labor matrix is to apply higher labor rates to jobs with little or no parts, like diagnostics, inspections, or maintenance work. These jobs rely almost entirely on time and expertise. It also helps you price consistently based on job type and complexity. That consistency protects your margins and takes the guesswork out of estimating. Now let's talk about parts. Most shops use a flat markup, but that can be a problem. Marking up a $20 part and a $600 part the same way either leaves you overpriced or underpaid. A parts matrix scales your markup depending on the cost of the part. For example, smaller parts might get a higher percentage markup. High-cost parts get a lower markup to stay competitive. This keeps your pricing fair, consistent, and profitable. While protecting the margin, you need to run a healthy shop. And just like the labor matrix, it brings structure to something most shops handle inconsistently. When your pricing is based on reality, not guesswork, you stop wondering where the money went. You know your labor rate actually covers your expenses. You know your parts are priced in a way that's fair and profitable, and you're not second-guessing every quote at the front counter. At CSI, we've helped hundreds of shops do exactly this, and to make it easier, we created free matrix pricing templates that you can download and start using right away. They're designed to help you build pricing systems that actually reflect your costs and support real profit. You can grab them using the link in the description. And once you've got your pricing dialed in, the next step is tracking performance. We're talking about goals and KPIs, what to measure, how to set realistic targets, and how to use those numbers to actually grow your shop. That's what we're covering in the next video. Here's the recap. If your labor rate doesn't account for downtime, if your parts markup hasn't changed in years, or you're just not confident your pricing supports the margins you want, it's time to fix that. Start with our matrix pricing templates. They're free, and they'll help you structure pricing that supports consistent, predictable profit. Want help applying it to your shop? Book a free consultation with CSI. We've been helping auto repair shops grow for over 50 years. While you're at it, grab our auto repair accounting kit too. It's a perfect companion to these tools. And hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video in the series. Next up, setting goals and KPIs for auto repair shops. We'll show you how to turn your numbers into real roadmaps, so you're not just working hard, you're working towards something. We'll see you there.